Hey Jake, this is Jared MacDonald with the Daily News here in Bowling Green. A week out from games after it's been quite a while since you guys have had one. How excited are you guys to get started next week against North Dakota State?
It's definitely very exciting, especially with the season being cut short last year. It's been a really long time for all of us since we played, so I know that we're chomping at the bit to get back and get going.
Hey Jake, this is Nick from the College Heights Herald. First off, it's good to see you again, but you guys are going to have a pretty deep bullpen this year. And so just kind of give me your insight on that bullpen right now. And I know that you guys have Ryan O'Connell that just came in as well this year.
Yeah, I think the plan right now is, and I don't know for sure yet. I think Ryan's probably going to start on our weekends on Sunday for us, and then the bullpen. And we got several guys that are back, obviously from last year with myself and Mason Vineyard and Riley Boyd and Colin Lawler, and then adding a new guy like Devin Turbrack as well. If you really think about it, it's just like our whole team from last year is basically back. A lot of guys that we would have lost, we now retain. And then also kind of reloading and bringing in a lot of new guys. So I think we're going to be strong this year.
Jake, this is Casey Warner with InsideHilltopperSports.com. You had a 1.04 ERA that led the team in lowest ERA last year. What have you worked on in the offseason as far as pitches go to kind of even build on that in this season?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was trying to put on some more velocity on my fastball. I think I did that last year. One of the biggest things that was tough for me is, with a fastball that was in the 85 to 88 range, you really have to be perfect and you have to be able to throw off speeds in the zone for strikes constantly. And having a higher velocity fastball gives you a little bit more room for error. So the biggest thing for me is just kind of building off that and continuing to have the same mindset and using my pitches in the same way, even with the added velocity. So.
Jake, this is Nick again. I guess to sort of just take a dive into the schedule, you guys do have, those tough non-conference teams like Vanderbilt, Tulane, Louisville, Kentucky. So how big are those games for you guys, as I guess, just to build off of those, but also just what do you think about those matchups early on?
Well, I think they're awesome. I mean, this will be my fourth year in college baseball, and it's a really great opportunity when you get to play really great programs like that. And I think the expectation for us is to go in and try and win those games. So obviously those games will be a lot of fun for us, and we're looking forward to those.
Hey Jake, this is Jared with the Daily News again. You're a pitcher, but a lot of the talk, was the experience up and down the lineup. Sounds like you guys are expecting to be a good hitting team, but as a pitcher, from your perspective, how exciting is that to hear?
It's great. I mean, last year I think we were one of the top lineups in the conference until the season got canceled, and then we got all those guys that we would have lost back. I think probably 7 of the 9 guys in our lineup that we would have lost last year are in our back. So I mean, I think we're just expecting those guys to be even better, which is great for run support, and it takes a lot of pressures off the staff, which is awesome.
Jake, I got one more thought for you here, and I think. Obviously, you guys have different protocols, but what does the clubhouse look like now? I know that you guys have a big roster. So, what's it kind of look like for you guys? I guess just being in there.
Like inside the clubhouse, or just with how big the team is.
I would say probably inside the clubhouse. Just what is it like, and just how different is the atmosphere now?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different, especially with the COVID protocols that are in place. There's a lot. We used to be able to sit in there and hang out before games and all eat and talk to each other and sit next to each other. It's really not like that anymore, and it's a very separated, especially with the 45 plus guys that we have on this team. So it's definitely a lot bigger, but you have to take more of a conscious effort of being safe about it as well. So.